Are we like this?
Or like
And good morning, everyone. Mali na naman ako. Lagi akong good morning, no? Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Miss Earth Crown. Ba, medyo matagal-tagal din tayo. A few days para sa amin, matagal na yun. Medyo matagal-tagal din tayong hindi nag-live, but here we are again. Welcome to Miss Earth Crown, and this is your main host for today. My name is Emmanuel. I'm Emmanuel Feliciano, the creative content head of Miss Earth Crown. And today we have another very special session for you because as part of our Miss Philippines Earth Post Pageant series, we are going to interview, we are going to chat, we're going to have fun, we're going to get to know two of our top 10 Echo Angels, two of our runners up from the competition, of course. And together with me, as usual, and I'm happy that they're here with me, are our co hosts. First of all, let me introduce to you our live correspondent, Noy Sabilano. Hey, Noy.
Hi, Eman! Hi, everyone! Magandang gabi sa ating lahat. And once again, welcome to the Miss Earth Crown page. Maraming salamat for staying tuned and watching our extra special interview with our two lovely Echo Angels for tonight. So, as usual, we're going to have an opportunity to read your shout-outs, your questions and comments. So, feel free to put them in the comments box later and join the conversation because we're going to have a lot of insights from our guests about the virtual pageant Miss Philippines Earth 2020 and their experiences as an Eco Angel. Back to you, Emma. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Noy. Yes, that is true. What Nonoy said, we're going to have a lot of insights from them. And another person who's going to help us with getting out those insights is our editor-in-chief, no other than Mr. Mark Lee Gatchalian. Hi, Mark.
hello there, good evening, welcome back. I would like to welcome you to another hopefully entertaining and fun event. We're very excited to get to know the behind the scenes stories from our runners up, and we're also excited to play some games with them. So I hope that you stay tuned and also include or put your comments below, okay, so we could give you a shout out, or if you have any questions, we'll be happy to read it loud so our guests could answer it. So there.
That is right. And speaking of putting your comments down below, please do that. Please put your shout out requests if you want our lovely guest to shout you out. And also, we are going to put more time on our Facebook Live questions later. So whenever we give you the cue, please ask your question so that you can get to know more about and from our guests for tonight. And speaking of our guests for tonight, without further ado, let me introduce to you, let me introduce to you our guests for tonight. Our first guest, please say hi, and please say hi to our audience too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Tsina Jade Chu. Hi, Tina.
Hi, good evening. It's a lovely evening to be with you all. Thank you so much to the Miss Earth Crown, Sir Marky, Sir Iman, Sir Noy, and Ate Angeline. It's such an honor to be here. And I'd like to introduce myself. I am Tsina Jade Chu, your eco angel still from the city of love, Iloilo City, your Miss Philippines Earth runner-up.
Thank you. Wow, what a lovely introduction to our evening. Very nice, sweet smile from our Eco Angel. And speaking of, yan, Sahil, nabanggit mo na rin, kasama mo ngayon at kasama din natin ngayon ang ating isa pang eco-angel, ladies and gentlemen, Angeline May Santos. Hi, Angeline.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat and good evening po from my favorite cat in the world, Gracia.
Look at that.
Magandang gabi po, Sir Marky, Sir Iman, Sir Noy, and of course, Tsina. Thank you po for having us tonight kasi for sure this is going to be really amazing. And I am, of course, your eco-angel from the City of Stars, Quezon City. And your Miss Philippines Earth runner-up.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much, Angeline. Thank you very much, Gina, for gracing us tonight. Sisimulan ko na agad. So, I would like to ask you, unang-una sa lahat, first of all, kumusta kayo after the pageant? So, after the month-long, no? O month-long, more than pa yata, month-long process of the virtual pageant, more pa, after the month-long process of the virtual pageant and after you were adjudged as part of the top 10, as runners-up, how do you feel right now? Unahin natin si Tsina. How do you feel right now?
So as of now, I feel really relaxed because after juggling many months with a virtual pageant, I got to catch up with sleep, food, and my Miss K-drama and series. So I'm so happy that I am able to sit on the couch without thinking that, oh, there's something that I must do. So I'm so happy that I finally got to rest.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. Good to relax after exhausting, but definitely worthy experience. No, it's really fun to relax. I'm sure you're not alone. Many people are now trying to relax watching their favorite K-dramas. How about, thank you, Gina. How about you, Angeline? How are you after the pageant? How are you feeling right now?
I really envy Tsina right now because after the pageant, bumalik po ako agad sa work ko, and because I'm also a public servant, I am currently working at the Department of Public Works and Highways. I really have to focus once again with my job as an engineer kasi we're already implementing the Build program. And aside from that, I already started focusing on my new business venture, which is Chicken Wings Food Hub.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. That's also nice to note, ha? Let's also support our eco-angels not only during the pageant, but also after the pageant with their individual endeavors. So if any of you, any of them, if any of the candidates, if any of our eco-angels have their own endeavors, supportahan natin. Kagaya ng sinabi ni Angeline, so she has a business venture. So later we'll give you a chance to promote that more. So tandaan natin yan. And hello to your lovely companion. Hello to your cat. What's the name of your cat?
Yes. Hello po. And here is Gracia. She's trying to make kulit pa kanina pa kasi gusto niya talagang mag-join dun sa live natin. So I hope that magiging mabait siya para focus tayo with our conversations.
There you go. Hello, Gracia. Yeah, hulog ng langit. Talagang Gracia si Gracia. No? So that's really nice. Okay. So, without further ado, yan, simulan na natin. So, there you go. Salamat sa pag-update sa amin kung kumusta na kayo ngayon. So, ganun na rin. Actually, tuhog na rin yung question na yun kasi I also wanted to ask you how you are doing right now. But aside from your current endeavors, gusto ko ring tanungin, since sinabi natin na once an eco-angel, always an eco-angel. So now I would like to ask, how about your advocacy? Moving forward from the pageant, how are you still, as much as possible, in one way or another, trying to perform your advocacy? So let's start with Tsina.
So our purpose as an eco-angel doesn't end with the competition. Actually, it goes beyond that. We live our mission as an angel. So as of now, I am maximizing the resources around me, including technology. I use social media to promote my environmental advocacy and as well as raise awareness about sustainability issues and of course green practices. As we all know, and one of these is of course the proper garbage disposal with masks, gloves, and PPEs. So as we all know, our plastic is accelerating and we must address it as much as we can.
That's right. Wow, that's very nice to know that you're still continuing your advocacy. And also, yes, very good to note that you're using technology as well to spread your message and to spread awareness. How about you, Angeline?
So I'm really happy po that because of the Miss Philippines Earth pageant, I am also getting to know more people, and with that I have
Mm,
a bigger platform for my causes, which is promoting sustainable engineering along with gender mainstreaming. I still stand with that kind of cause, and of course, with sustainable engineering, na broaden ko po yung term na sustainability. So I'm not just focusing anymore with the word engineering and connecting it with sustainability. And then because of that, I'm also incorporating it with my own business, and with my own business I make it sure that I am using recyclable materials, like for example for mailboxes I use craft paper box, which is really important when you also are going to be venturing out on different areas in your life.
that is true. Thank you very much. Yeah, so it's very important that you are consistent with your advocacy kasi hanggang ngayon, bukod sa environmental advocacy, even gender mainstreaming, you are still very much into it. So thank you very much for all those efforts. So thank you, Tina and Angeline, for that. Now, we are going to move on to our signature segments on MEC. But before we do that, let's look at the action on our comment section. So now I'm going to turn you over to Noy for the live comments and for the next segment. Noy, ano na bang nangyayari dyan?
Yes, thank you, Eman. And actually, marami nang nanonood sa atin, and allow me to mention some of our live audience for tonight. Meron tayong it's a combination of their fans and supporters ng ating dalawang runners-up, si Angeline and si Sheena. But then first, I'd like to do a special shout-out kay Sir Rogil Flores. Girl, Sir Rogil is watching right now. Thank you, Sir Rogil.
So much.
Very Yes, very supportive talaga siya. And of course, speaking of support, supportive din ang inyong mga co-eco angels. We have here si Gianna Lee. Yanis is watching right now. Maybe we can say hi, Angeline and China, to Gianna. Yan. Okay. And of course, we also have some of the supporters. I think, China, this is your team. See, the Empire. The Empire is watching right now. Maybe we can say hi to the Empire, China.
Hello, the Empire Iloilo. Thank you so much.
Yan. Oo. Yes, and one last, before I move, I turn it over again to Eman, ang ating friend na pageant vlogger, ang ating favorite, si Mars France is watching also right now. Mars!
Hi,
Thank you
Mars!
for watching. Yes. So again, si Mars France, yes, supportive din talaga siya sa atin. So once again, to all of our fans, please stay tuned until the very end because we have a lot in store. Like this cat right now. We have a lot in store tonight, and we're going to have a fun chat with our Eco Angels. Eman, back to you.
Yes. There you go. Gusto ko lang ihabol, no? Meron ding isang supporter ni Angeline na nag-hi, si Mike Garza.
Hi,
So,
Mike.
hello, Mike.
Hello, Mike. Thank you for watching and supporting me always.
There you go. And speaking of support, yan, marami pang mga messages. So we're waiting for your messages, for your shout-out requests. And later when we give the cue, please do ask your questions. So prepare your questions now, okay? It can be Miss Earth related, it can be Earth related, or it can be, you can ask about the experiences. It's up to you, but please do prepare those questions. So now it is time for our first segment, okay? So our first signature MEC segment is Fight or Flight. Okay, Fight or Flight. Ano nga ba itong segment na ito? Okay, for this segment, we are going to ask our Eco Angels to answer certain questions. Pero they have an option. If they want to answer, they just simply answer flight. And they simply say they simply say fight. Okay, fight. And then proceed to answer the question. But if they think it's too piping hot and they just want to move on, they can just say flight. But when they say flight, they have to do a certain consequence. Okay? So, marami tayong consequence na naka-line up. So, ano bang gagawin natin? Gusto ba nating sagutin yung tanong o gusto nating consequence na lang? So, let us start with our fight or flight. Our first fight or flight question is for Angeline. Here you go. This is our question. I hope you can see it. Okay. In all honesty, do you think you would have fared better if Miss Philippines Earth 2020 weren't a virtual pageant? Yan ang piping hot question for you. Aba, mali mo, para kay Angeline, hindi naman pala piping hot ito. Madali lang sagutin. So, tatanungin mo na kita, Angeline, what do you want to do? Fight or flight?
Fight.
Wow, very good. Of course, tama nga yung sinabi. I remember another queen told us, a Miss Earth Queen, a Miss Philippines Earth Queen does not back out from any question. Yan. So, fight. So, ano ngayon ang sagot mo sa tanong na ito? In all honesty, Angeline, do you think you would have fared better if MPE 2020 weren't a virtual pageant? Okay, so yan yung tanong. So now I'm gonna get back to the screen to focus on you to answer the question. Okay?
Not just for me, but for each and every one of the candidates who have joined the Miss Philippines Earth pageant would have had an equal amount of opportunity if it has been a live pageant rather than a virtual pageant. Because being in a virtual pageant, you really have to procure lots of resources like your staging, your own lighting, your cameraman. Like for myself, I just use my own mobile phone, even for the coronation, because that's the only thing that I currently have at the moment. But if given the chance that we have been able to really participate on stage, then maybe it would have felt even better on live show.
I see. Oo, okay. So sometimes, meron nga naman talagang mga elements na nawawala kapag virtual pageant. Pero ang tanong ko, Angeline, kung merong disadvantage yung virtual pageant, but if there is one good thing about it, what do you think, or an advantage about it, what do you think would that be?
The advantage of it would be if you can actually use your own home as your own stage, then it would have been better because you don't have to travel far away and there wouldn't be much of a pressure because you're with your family, with your friends, with your supporters closely during your competition.
That is right. Okay. Oo nga naman kasi you have your support system right there with you. Komportable ka, tama nga naman. So thank you very much for answering that, Angeline. So that was Angeline's answer to the question, no? So our next question, I will go back to our screen now, is for Tsina. Okay, so after Angeline's question, here is yours, Tsina. Okay, our second piping hot question. Personally, do you agree with the placements of the Miss Philippines Earth 2020 top 5? If not, what were your personal placements for them? First, I will ask you the question. Do you want to fight or do you want to take flight? Is it a fight or a flight?
It's fight.
Yes, of course, it's a fight for Tsina. So again, the question is, personally, do you agree with the placements of the MPE 2020 top 5? If not, what were your personal placements for them? So I'm going to focus the screen back at you, Tsina.
Personally, I do agree with the placement because it is what it is. And I believe that the Miss Philippines Earth have seen the effort given by the candidate. And I believe that each winner have become a better version of themselves and have been very passionate with their certain advocacy. And I believe that they are deserving to be in the top 5.
Amazing. I like how you said it is what it is, no? Because sometimes it's really like that. It's so nice that you are very much willing to accept the results. Kasi nga naman it is what it is. But thank you very much, definitely, for that. Aba, parang manilang sa mga echo angels natin tong piping hot question. So, konting warm up pa lang yan, but the next part is now going to be with Nonoy. So we are now going to move on to another new challenge. No, this is quite new for us here at ME Miss Earth Crown. But before that, I'll turn you over to Noy also for the live interaction on our FB page plus the next segment. It's your turn, Noy.
Yes, okay. Thank you, Emma. Now, I would like to read some of the shout-outs for our special guests for tonight, Tsina and Angeline. Angeline, si Edison Fernando Bernardo is watching right now.
Hi, Edison! Thank you. Thank you.
Yan.
Laging supportive yan sa akin every time.
Correct, correct. Yes. And also we have here another supporter, this time for our Eco Angel from Iloilo, si Tsina, si Sweetie Love Lini. Ang ganda naman ang pangalan niya. Sweetie Love Lini Dumadiego. Tsina, you can say hi to Sweetie Love.
Hi, Tita. That's my auntie. Thank you so much for supporting.
There, oo. And also si Pauline Santiago would like to mention ang ganda daw ni Ate Angeline. Sabi ni Pauline Santiago, Angeline, para sa'yo.
Mas maganda ka, Pauline.
Yes. Yes, and of course, we also have here one last siguro, China, si Mary Aguilar. Mary Aguilar is also watching. She would like to say hi. She would like to say hi to you, China.
Hi, Ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So once again, to all of our fans, topic lang kayo because we are now going to have our second MEC segment for tonight. So our next MEC segment for tonight is what we call,
Yes.
it's the
MP
emoji.
2020.
Yes, it's the emoji challenge for Miss Philippines Earth 2020. Actually, naisip ko to dahil gawa nga na, actually, gusto ko lang sabihin, no, trivia lang, nung Thursday pala ay World Emoji Day. Alam nyo ba guys, it's World Emoji Day nung Thursday. Kaya naisip ko itong segment na to. And I think it's also perfect to capture yung relationships ng ating mga special guests for tonight, this time with their co-eco angels. So what we are going to do is each one of them will be asked to assign an emoji for the candidate. Okay? One emoji for the eco angel that they think symbolizes or matches that emoji. So for the heart, okay, for heart, emoji, eco angel that they super love. And then yung wow emoji is for the eco angel that wowed them and impressed them. And then lastly, medyo sentimental, yung sad na emoji for the eco angel that they will miss being with kahit na virtually. Okay? So let us start with China. Yan, China, we would like to know, kanino mo ina-assign ang mga emojis mo? Let's start with the heart emoji. Kanino mo ina-assign ang iyong heart emoji?
Okay, the heart emoji, I will give it to Ate Rosine Bernardo of General Trias, Cavite, because we call each other twin because we both have Chinese, but obviously she's much prettier than I am. And I am very thankful that I met her, even though in virtual form. We would always congratulate each other, even though we are far or distant from each other. And I have felt her sincerity towards me and towards other candidates.
Yeah, okay. Since na-mention mo, China, na Ate Rosine, tama ba? Actually, si Rosine ay ang Kim Chu. Tama ba? Ang Kim Chu ng Miss Philippines Earth. And you mentioned Ate Rosine. Can you maybe mention like one memory that really symbolizes na talagang naging ate sa'yo si Rosine during the virtual pageant? Maybe like a short story that you want to share.
We were batch in our activity, and she would always message me after every performance if how I was doing, and I would always do the same with her. And she was really a sister to me.
Okay. That is a really great story. Kasi di ba, I don't know if you're going to agree, China, no? Kasi it's already hard that you are in your own home, sorry, nag-alarm, in your own homes. I think it's also doubly difficult for you to have the virtual pageant nang hindi mo kasama yung mga co-candidates mo, right?
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to meet even one candidate because my flight was about March 25 this year. We had our lockdown, so I wasn't able to travel and meet other candidates.
Yeah, okay, great. So, siguro si Rosine na nanonood ngayon. Hi, Rosine. Ang heart emoji ni China ay binibigay niya sa'yo. Alright. Now, let's move on now, Tsina, to your wow emoji, the eco angel that wowed you and during the entire competition. As in talagang na-impress ka during the competition.
Wowed me is Ate Shane Tormes, Ate Mona and Rizal. Really, kudos to her and to her entire production team for having an exemplary performance during the entire virtual pageant. Really, she did set the barriers high for the competition. And I would really see her passion in every single thing she does. And I would really say that she is deserving to win our Miss Philippines Earth Prize.
Yes, correct. Oo. Actually, hindi lang naman si Shane. Actually, lahat ng mga 5 elemental queens really impressive. But then for you, Shane, is really naka-wow talaga sa'yo during the competition. Now, thank you for sharing that, Tsina. Now, your last emoji, ito medyo sentimental. Sino naman ang iyong sad face emoji? Eco angel that you will miss being with, kahit virtual lang.
An eco angel that I miss being with is Nixie Aguilar of Lipa, Batangas. Although we haven't met in person, but we have been supporting each other even in social media. And she is also an Ilongga, and she is very malambing. And I have witnessed how sincere she is, like to me.
Wow, that's a really great story. Again, itong mga eco angels sa binanggit mo, all of them are actually not only exceptional, that's number 1, talaga din nakita din namin they exuded the great character during the virtual competition. So, thank you, Tsina, for sharing that. So, sa mga eco angels, sana nanonood kayo, medyo may patribute sa inyo si Tsina Jade Chu from Iloilo. Alright? Thank you, Tsina. Now, I'd like to move on to Angeline May Santos. Alright. Ito i-share ko lang ha, medyo short story lang. Kasi kahapon, binigay ko na beforehand yung emoji challenge para makapag-isip sila. Si Angeline, baka gusto mo ikwento, bakit nahihirapan ka na mag-assign ng mga emojis sa mga natin, eco angels?
Nahirapan po talaga ako kasi ako, maswerte po ako na na-meet ko yung other eco angels because before talaga magkaroon ng lockdown, nagkaroon ng few activities in Miss Earth and a few of them really touch my heart and a few of them really have that X factor na talagang hinangaan ko po. Kaya ang hirap mamili ng isa sa per emoji kasi they're all unique on their own way.
Correct. I agree. Now, let's start with your heart emoji. Sino ang pupusuan mo sa mga eco angels natin for Miss Philippines Earth? Angeline.
So first, yung bibigyan ko ng super love is si Ate Shane. Si Ate Shane po kasi na-meet ko siya dun sa isa naming event, which is the Gandang Ricky Reyes Fashion Show. And dun ko nakita kung gaano siya ka-humble despite kung tutusin po siya yung isa sa mga pinakasikat sa aming candidate. Pero pag na-meet niyo siya in person, doon mo makikita magre-reflect talaga yung pagiging good person niya and yung humbleness niya and easy to be with na kind ng tao. Parang ano ka sa kanya, ma-attract ka sa kanya overall because of her humble quality. Tapos, yung other candidate naman that I really love is our very own Miss Philippines Earth, Roxy Bayans. Kasi I got to train with her sa Kagandaang Flores. Hello, Tito Rog, if you're watching. Thank you po. Thank you for always supporting us. And yun nga po, what I really love about her is because meron kaming little connection, which is our love for animals, especially for cats. And I really do support her project, which is straight from the heart, which is all about supporting stray cats. Ayan po.
Yes, actually, oo. Actually, napansin ko nga rin yung sa dalawang binanggit mo. Talagang, parang they have a sincere love for their candidates, lalo na si Shane. Actually, si Shane nabanggit niya during our live chat in the Council of Quezon na talagang siya yung parang pinaka-ate ng mga eco angels. And that's a really nice story for you to share, Angeline. Thank you for sharing that. Now, what about your next emoji? Ang iyong wow? Sino ang talagang todong nagpa-impress sa'yo during the competition?
Actually, for this one then, for this emoji, which is the wow emoji, dalawa din yung eco-angel na nag-stand out para sa akin, which is ang ating Miss Earth Water, Gianna Lianes, and si Hannah Bitia. Why am I really impressed with them is that they're really good speakers for one. Kasi ako, yun po yung isa sa mga weaknesses ko is speaking in public because I really have a big anxiety when speaking to other people. And then, iba yung flow ng energy when they speak and they're also speaking from their hearts. And that's why I really like them.
Yes, actually, oo. Well, ano lang ito, not for anything. Kayong dalawa, Angeline and Tsina, you're also both exceptional speakers. Kagaya ng mga nabanggit mo. Yes, di ba? Di ba, Mark, during the intelligence round, I think these were the two who also impressed you during the intelligence round, di ba? I mean, there were...
Yes, very true. And I've been, and you know this, because during the intelligence round, I was also sending some messages to you guys, and I was saying I think I need to give up because it's giving me a headache listening to them and judging them. And I've been telling you guys that these two are one of the best speakers that I've ever heard during the competition. So I wasn't surprised with their placements. So I expected them to be there.
Correct. Okay, thank you, Mark. Now, Angeline, ang iyong last emoji. Okay? Ang iyong sad face emoji. Ayan. So halata talagang medyo nahihirapan sa Angeline kasi talagang dalawang napili niya for the first two. Angeline, for the last emoji, sino naman ang iyong sad face
For the last
emoji?
is the first person na nakilala ko po in the Miss Philippines Earth Pageant, which is si Japheth Lasco po of Vincenzo Sagun, because she's really a good friend din sa akin. And nung na-meet ko siya, ang dali rin niyang pakisaman. Alam niyo po kasi yung feeling na pag may na-meet kang tao, you instantly connect with them if you connect with them. Kaya po nung nakita ko siya and I met her, I got to speak and have a chat with her for a few moments and nag-click kami, and then she became a KF girl as well and we trained with her and I really love her po. She's really soft-spoken, para siyang anghel, tapos kaya parang na-miss ko talaga siya and na-miss ko din yung opportunity sana na nagkasama-sama po kami ng other eco-angels.
Okay, that's really great, Angeline. Now, for the both of you, Angeline and Tsina, since hindi kayo talaga nakapagkita, di ba, during the virtual competition, talagang lang, on-screen lang, meron ba kayong niluluto na if ever parang reunion of some sort kapag things would like become better, or meron ba kayong virtual reunion of some sort na pwede naming abangan?
Actually, Tsina, di ba, yung kay Elisa Mendoza, she's trying to do a certain project which is going to be about her advocacy, and she's trying to involve everyone who wants to join her project, lahat ng mga eco-angels who's really wanted to participate. So I guess that's what the people is going to watch out for.
I really
Yes,
like
okay.
how passionate Liza was with her advocacy. Even though she is in Melbourne, Australia, she had messaged each candidate to show that she is really determined to portray her role as Miss Philippines Earth Ecotourism.
Wow, that's good news, no?
Yes, oo. Again, for the both of you and to all of the eco-angels, we are going to look forward to your projects very, very soon. Diyos ko po, sana po ang pandemic ay medyo mag-ease out na para kayo magkita-kita, because I know that you have been wanting to see each other for a long time, hindi lang virtually, right? So thank you, Angeline and Tsina, for sharing your emojis for your fellow eco-angels. So Eman, what's next for our session for tonight?
Yes. Okay, there you go. So our next one, we're going to turn it over to Mark. But before that, hindi ko talaga maiwasang makita yung mga pa-shout out request ng mga fans natin. Kasi ang dami. So no, baka pwede pa tayong magsingit ng isa pang round to acknowledge the people who want to do so. Kanina ko pa nakikita si Vincent Andig na in all capital letters, talaga sabi niya, shout out po sa La Familia Barkada ni Tsina Jade. Woohoo!
Yeah, and Carnation family. And to Andig, thank you. That's my barkada.
No, anything else there? Thank you, Tsina.
Yes, actually, Meron din kay Angeline naman si Noli Castro. Sabi niya, hi Engineer Angeline May Santos, greeting from California.
Oh, all the way from California.
Yan,
Dolly.
oo. Yes.
Amazing.
Okay. Meron din dito pang mga ipapa-shoutout. Meron pa Angeline. Meron ditong special person from special person to your heart na nanonood ngayon. Any guesses kung sino yan ang nanonood?
Sino po yan?
Your sister, Kyra Santos, is watching right now. Ang supportive ng sister mo. Hi ka naman kay Kyra.
Nakakatawa yung kanyang sabi niya, shout out po para sa mas pretty niya na kapatid.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, no, anything else?
Yes,
Yeah.
maybe I can I can read the other shout outs later on because now we're going to move on to the next segment.
Yes. Yes. So now we're going to move on to the meat of our show for tonight. Actually, we are now going to go to our MPE 2020 Post Pageant recap. And for that, we are going to ask the help of our editor-in-chief, Mark Lee Gatchalian. What do we have for our Equangels, Mark?
Of course. So thank you so much. So we are done looking at the emoji challenge as well as the fight or flight challenge. Let's now move on to what I call the chismisan challenge. Since we're all naturally chismoso, we'd like to find out your personal experience about the virtual staging of Miss Philippines Earth. So probably we could start by asking you guys, could you describe your entire experience participating in the first ever virtual pageant in the world? Okay, this is the first ever virtual pageant in the world. So what's your experience? Probably I'd like to ask first Tsina. Yes, Tsina, maybe you could share some tidbits about your experience.
Okay, a virtual pageant may be a very new concept, but it is really a test of determination and strong will. It was really fun because we had our setup here at home. So my family had to fix all the living room. They had to get rid of the sofa in the living room so that I had space to have my rampa. So it was really funny. And besides that, there are also a lot of pressure and panic that we've been through to survive this virtual pageant. But it was really fun, and I would say that it is worth pursuing for.
I like that you shared that your entire family was involved. It only just proves that it takes an entire village, or in your case, it takes an entire family to produce a queen such as you. All right. So, maraming salamat. Ano pa yung mga typical challenges ninyo, ikaw personally, since it was your entire family who helped you? So, ano yung mga a bit of challenges na nakita ninyo while you were, let's say, katulad nga, isa sinabi sa what you shared, you had to remove some parts of the living room, the sofa, to ensure that you have a stage. What are other challenges that you encountered?
There's also a time that we have to change venue for the beach wears. So we decided to find a venue with a pool. And unfortunately, it was raining. Grabe yung kaba namin kasi ako ayun, pero umuulan pa rin. But I was praying that, Lord, even though I have to survive this, I have to get through this. So fortunately, when it was my turn, the rain stopped. But after that, it rained again. So, but I was happy that I didn't slip. I did my passerella, and I was so happy about it.
Oh, wow! So talagang nakisama ang Mother Nature sa'yo. So, sa good thing nakisama siya. So grabe, no? So nakita nyo na yung mga challenges that these girls really experience. So rain is beyond her control, but Tsina still did her best. So thank you so much for sharing that, Tsina. So, pero before I move on, gusto ko lang din i-shoutout kasi kanina ko pa nakikita napakadami mong fans, Tsina, na nagsisay hi sa'yo. First, I'd like you to say hi and do a shoutout to Colleen Chua. She says, "Go Tsina," my heart emoji. Say hi to Colleen.
Hello, that's my ate. Hello.
All right. Oh, ate mo pala. All right. And we have Joven Cobrado. See, nag-hi sa'yo.
That's my handler. Hello, Sir Joven. Thank you so much for supporting me always.
All right. And Medi Aguilar. Sabi niya, hi, Tsina Jade. Si Medi.
Yes. Hi, Tita Medi. Thank you for watching.
And ito kanina pa rin siya nagpapa-shout out. Sabi niya, please say hi to Tsina for me. James Pahati. Please say hi to James.
Hi, Sir James. Thank you.
Si James, ang ating
Hello.
forever supporter, si James Pahati.
Yes. And another one, itong fan mo, sabi niya, Tsina Chu is my queen. Heart emoji. Please say hi to Trisha Cuenca. Trisha.
Thank you. Tasha.
There you go. So yeah, you can just feel the love. Imagine the love that your fans are giving you. So please continue your journey, and thank you as well for sharing your story. Balikan pa kita later, ha? So I'm not yet done with our chismis segment. Thank you so much, Tsina. So I'd like to hear naman from Angeline. So Angeline, maybe you could describe to us a bit of your story, any experience about the first virtual pageant, and if you experienced any challenge, what would you like to share to us?
At first po, what I felt about the virtual pageant was I was really hesitant to continue. Kasi po, unang-una wala akong equipment. And I was stuck in Cavite. I was staying with my father at that time kasi umuwi po ako after i-announce that there's going to be a lockdown in Manila, in Metro Manila. And I was working in the Department of Public Works, so in highways. That's why I'm staying here alone independently in Manila. So when I went home, and then the Miss Philippines Earth organization announced it's going to be a virtual pageant. Medyo kinabahan po ako kasi unang-una super bagal po ng internet connection sa bahay namin sa Cavite. For one. And then wala talagang venue. Mas mahigpit po kasi sa province na yon, unlike dito sa Manila. Medyo ironic din siya, pero mas mahigpit po talaga doon kaya hindi ka talaga makakalabas. So, when I got the chance na makabalik sa Manila, kasi I also have work pa rin, nagkaroon na kami ng skeletal workforce, ayun, doon po ako nagkaroon ng chance na magkaroon ng fast internet connection. Tapos, ang ni-utilize ko po talaga is yung whole condo ko. Ang ginawa ko lang po dun sa walls ko, ako lang din yung nag-design together with my sister and my cousin. Tapos yung camera ko, it's still this iPhone. This iPhone saved my life up until... Tapos po, struggle din siya sa akin kasi I was working at the same time. So, before yung live, pumapasok po ako ng 7 a.m. sa work, and then babalik sa condo para mag-ayos. I do my own makeup, I do my own hair kasi wala na po akong time para maghagilap ng hair and makeup artist kasi as much as possible, maximize ko po yung resources na meron ako. And then during the coronation, we are asked na magkaroon ng 2 camera. So naging struggle po siya sa akin kasi for one, I only have one phone. So ang ginawa ko, nanghiram po ako ng phone. So for the Zoom meeting, ginamit ko pong phone is yung normal na Android phone na meron po kami. Tapos yung ISO cam ko is this one. So yun po yung napanood nyo sa GMA. Via phone lang siya. So very powerful. Tapos po, what I was feeling at that time is really negative, honestly. At that time, I wasn't really hoping na makakapasok sa top 10. Sinasabi ko po sa mga kasama ko that time na okay lang yan, mabilis lang yan, announce lang yan, tapos out na ako sa Zoom. And then nung in-announce po ako, that's when I felt yung na-lift lahat ng weight na yes, I did make an effort. Maybe hindi lang talaga sobrang daming equipment, but still, I was happy that the judges were able to see me as me. Regardless if may maganda akong background, meron akong or not, yun po. Kaya I was really happy with my placement.
Actually, just like to give kudos to all of you, ikaw and Tsina, kasi I understand naman talaga it takes a lot of effort for a virtual pageant. Iba kasi yung experience mo kapag face-to-face eh. Parang you just take care of yourself and ang paproblemahin mo lang yung isusuot mo. Pero dito sa virtual pageant, katulad ng what you're sharing, talagang you have to take care of the equipment, yung staging, hair, whatever, even yung lighting, you have to take care of it. Tama yung sinabi mo, it's really, the judges saw that. It's not just your effort, kasi yung ginajudge naman talaga kayo eh. And yung effort is there, and the judges actually saw that. So kudos to both of you. So mukhang feeling ko naman it's yung effort nyo paid off. It really paid off, right? So maraming salamat. So I'd like to find out more. Another, siguro I will challenge you. I'd like to ask you this. I call this the almost there but not quite segment of our Chisme session. If there are 3 additional spots in the semifinals, sino yung 3 Echo Angels that you would like to include and why? So, kunyari may 3 additional spots in the semis. Which 3 Echo Angels would you include and why? So, I'd like to probably, since nandiyan ka na, Angeline, sino tong 3 na to that you will include in the semis aside from you?
Yung tatlo pong naiisip ko that really deserve to be in the top 10 would be, one is Hannah Bitya. She's really good overall. She's an overall package. And then there's Iris Mabanta because she's so smart, and yung advocacy niya talaga is what is driving her to win the pageant. And then lastly would be, this is kind of hard kasi marami po talagang deserving to get in, is would be, wait lang po, hindi ko na pag-isip. Ang dami pong pumapasok sa isip ko na sobrang deserving po talaga. It would be Kim Chu, Rosine. Si Rosine. She has a really pretty face. Kaya po,
Yes.
yun gusto ko po sana nakapasok sa top 10. If it wasn't...
You know what, I agree with you. Sila rin yung mga nag-stand out during the competition. So I agree, sila Iris, it's Christine or Rosine, at saka sino isa mo? Si Hannah. Agree with you. Thank you. So I'd like to hear now from Tsina. Tsina, sino yung 3 additional Echo Angels na idadagdag mo? Kunyari, there were an additional spot.
Okay, if I were to choose, siguro si Hannah then, because she really knows how to communicate, and that is very important. And I would choose 2 from Mindanao. It would be June Syra from Tacoloban ba yun? I'm not sure.
Talacogon.
And of course, si Isobel Daniel. Yeah, because she really did a good performance entirely, and that is something to be acknowledged. That is something really to be acknowledged.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you. You know what? Those are very strong girls as well. And thank you for sharing those additional 3 Echo Angels. I think I have to agree with you. Very familiar din ako sa mga nabanggit niya na names. Pero, okay, since narinig na namin yung perspective niyo, your story as an Echo Angel about your experience sa virtual pageant, let me now challenge you a bit. Kasi you know what? I don't know if you've been seeing the wall of Miss Earth Crown. Kasi there were several announcements that were made by different organizations about the virtual staging of their own national pageants. I'll give an example. Recently, the USA team, they announced that they will also stage, kasi originally they were set to do that face-to-face pageant in Las Vegas, but they had to cancel it because Las Vegas had to shut down. So they had to do a virtual pageant. And because of that, are you aware that our wall, there were a lot of enthusiastic and very passionate fans who were against it. So practically, there are a lot of fans who are against the virtual staging of Miss Earth. So I'd like to ask you first, Tsina, how do you respond to Miss Earth fans who have very strong opinions about the virtual staging of Miss Earth 2020? Probably would like to hear your thoughts on it. That's one. Another one would be, if you are, let's say, given a chance to give, let's say, your voice to be heard, what do you think are the things that the organization could improve on to make it better for the international pageant? So we'd like to hear your thoughts first. Tsina.
Okay, and for anyone who had different perspective about the virtual pageant, I do respect their opinions. I believe that it is something that we should also resort to, because with the fast increasing rate of the infected individuals, we cannot ensure everybody's safety. And the virtual pageant is one way to address this problem. So if there is something that they can improve upon, and that is to give weight more to the advocacies of their candidates, to show how passionate they are and if they really have the heart for environmental protection.
Okay, so what I'm hearing you say is everyone should adjust to what we have right now because we are in a different situation. I agree. And an area of improvement would be give a wider audience or a chance for all the candidates to expand on their advocacy. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good to hear. Spoken like a true queen. Maraming salamat, Tsina. I'd like to hear now from Angeline. What are your thoughts about the virtual staging and what are some of the points that could be improved?
So for me, since we're all already experiencing this one, the pandemic situation that we are all experiencing, and we know it's really hard to adjust to it right now. But the thing is, the Miss Earth pageant is really relevant nowadays, and pushing through with it, regardless it being a live or a virtual one, should be really focused on by the people around us, because what the Miss Earth pageant is giving to us is the opportunity to be opened up about environmental issues, which is going to be one of the major things that we are considering right now, that since we are all given an ample amount of time to really think about what we're doing to Mother Earth. And what I can say about the Miss Earth pageant, what can be improved about the virtual pageant is that the girls should be given more opportunity to speak individually about their causes.
Okay.
Para naman po, they're going to be heard by more people, not just a minute or two, but their own spotlight so that people will also learn more things that can be really helpful for fighting anything that is really destroying the environment.
Wow, thank you so much. You know what? Almost similar. Your response is similar to Tsina. Challenge natin yung mga fans natin. I'd like you to put your comments down below, and we'd like to hear your thoughts on the virtual staging and what are some of the areas that the international pageant could do to improve the presentation. Pero bibigyan ko kayo ng real talk while we're waiting for the comments of the fans. Real talk. Marami nagsasabi na Miss Philippines Earth staging was boring. Miss Philippines Earth staging is not the same as the face-to-face pageant. Marami nagsasabi na i-cancel na lang daw yung Miss Earth International staging. What can you say about those fans? If you were to give an advice to the fans saying na i-cancel, boring, hindi nila gusto, what would you advise? Coming from a queen, what would you tell the fans? I'd like to hear Angeline first. Sorry, Angeline, yes.
Sorry po. So for me, what I'd like to tell the fans, I know it's really hard to take in the changes that we are already experiencing. It's really understandable na hindi po lahat tayo makaka-adapt agad sa certain changes that we are all looking into. If boring man si Miss Philippines Earth pageant para sa inyo virtually, then I guess the Miss Earth organization would have heard that, and they will of course improve the way it is going to be executed for the fans as well.
Well said. Maraming salamat. I agree with you. This is kasi different eh. This is the first ever that this happened. And it's changed eh. So if it's changed, medyo mahirapan mag-adjust talaga yung fans. So I agree with you. Perfect. Well said, Angeline. Tsina, real talk. Anong masasabi mo, Tsina, sa mga fans na nagsasabi na the pageant is boring, cancel na lang? This is your chance to talk to them.
I believe that everybody has the right to voice out their opinions, but they should also be particular with what they said, because kawawa naman yung ibang candidates. Like Ate Angeline, it wasn't easy for her to maximize or to gather cameras, and I think that we should acknowledge the efforts and the potential of everyone involved. But I believe that the organization is also doing their best, and same goes for the candidates and their team.
I like what you said. You acknowledge the efforts and the things that went well. I agree with you. Since it's something different, why don't we look at the positive side of things? Maraming salamat, Tsina. Thank you so much. So let's now hear. So thank you to both Tsina and Angeline. We've heard their story. We've heard their thoughts. I would like to turn this over to Nonay or to Eman to read the Facebook Live questions coming in from our fans, or if there are any comments from them, so we can interact with them. So thank you.
Yes,
Okay,
your
sige,
turn,
Mark,
Noy.
I'm going to read lang some shoutouts muna. No? So again, to all of our fans tuned in right now is the time to put your questions and comments in the live chat. And then we're going to have an opportunity to answer your questions and read your shoutouts. So just a couple of shoutouts here. Si Jam Serho would like to say to Angeline, I really admire Ate Angeline May Santos. Maybe we can say hi to Jam Serho.
Hello, Jam. Thank you. You've been following my journey in the Miss Philippines Earth Pageant, and you're still there kahit tapos na. And I hope that even if I venture out to different things or different pageants, you would still be there to support me. Thank you, Jam.
Yan, okay. And we have here actually question to, actually comment lang to. Sabi ni Nerissa Claridad, pwede ba sila sa ibang bansa like Vietnam? EIC Mark, ano ba ang take mo dito since yung iba namang mga bansa hindi naman ganun ka-grave yung case of like COVID-19. Ano ang take mo dyan? Is there any possibility to hold the pageant in another countries? Ang tanong ni Nerissa Claridad.
That's a very good question. The answer is no, because the borders are still closed. Even if you suggest them to go to Vietnam or go to Germany kung saan mababa ang rate, what is your assurance that when these girls go or arrive to these countries na hindi magkakaroon ng COVID infection? So di ba it will be really risky? So the risks outweigh the benefits. So why would the organization risk that? And
Exactly.
we also have to be understanding na kasi marami nagsasabi na ba't di na lang i-cancel kasi daw ibang pageants. May nag-compare pa na ibang pageants daw nag-cancel. I'll name the pageant na Miss International canceled daw. Bakit hindi daw mag-cancel ng Miss Earth? Maling-mali naman na i-compare niyang Miss Earth sa Miss International. Because Miss International, their core is international understanding through cultural exchange. So what does that mean? They have to have a face-to-face pageant talaga kasi it's cultural exchange. So they have. It makes sense that they cancel. Miss Earth.
I will speak about that then.
Agree. What is the core of Miss Earth? Ang core ng Miss Earth is environmental awareness, protecting the environment. So, meron pa bang ibang options or viable options that they could use para to continue the environmental awareness and environmental protection? Yes. Why don't you use the virtual option? So, which is why the organization has foresight to think that really we can still stage this. Sinabi na rin nila Tsina at ni Angeline, importante now more than ever sa pandemic, people need to take care of our environment. So it's like comparing oranges and apples. So don't compare that. This organization has foresight and is very much innovative enough to think of ways to continue the pageant because yung core nila, they always return to that core.
That is true. Ako, I will say something about it kasi nga, well, I live in Japan, so I'm in Japan right now. And here in Japan, it's also tied to how Japan is managing inbound arrivals. Kasi nga, since Miss International is a very tourism aimed pageant, and now Japan has a ban on tourism. So definitely, it doesn't make any sense for people to come in physically. That's also another big reason behind the cancellation. Kaya tama rin yung sinabi ni Mark na you have to go back to the core, the purpose, the reason of the pageant. And if the core and the purpose can still be served by a virtual pageant, then why not, right? Why not? Because it's in the now, it's still immediate, it's still pressing. Kahit i-cancel mo yung Miss Earth pageant for this year, our concerns about COVID-19 and the environment will continue on. That's why if there's a way to address that, and if there's a way to choose an ambassador to address those concerns, then why not push through with it? Yun lang.
Correct, yeah. Siguro add lang ako kay Eman, since may mga insights naman tayo, short lang. Siguro din yung mga fans would also have to look at the situation in a larger picture kasi yung entertainment landscape, yung live events and production landscape in the entire world, it's already changing. Like for example, meron akong, I talk to my brothers and sisters about NBA. Yung NBA nga, di ba, they're like contained in one area lang. Wala nang live audience. Actually, the NBA players are going to play the games in one area, one contained area, walang live audience. So they
Yeah.
decided to forego like a big chunk of their sporting experience. The same thing with the other international shows like American Idol din, di ba, Eman? Ganun din na ginawa nila. So I think,
True.
yeah, the fans should have to realize that Miss Earth is actually adapting to the changing entertainment and production landscape. Hindi man natin to gusto, but it is inevitable. And siguro dapat magpasalamat na lang tayo na just imagine kung walang Miss Philippines Earth during the pandemic. Oh my God, di ba? I mean, it's already yung anxiety natin, di ba? Wala tayong mapapanood every other day. So it's also like one thing to look at that situation na what if hindi nag-push through si Miss Philippines Earth kahit virtual, di ba? Hindi man siya perfect, but it is something that we were able to watch and were able to enjoy as like one fan community. So yun sana ang tingnan natin as Earthlings for Miss Earth 2020.
True.
Okay. Yes. Now I have here a couple of questions. Segue na ako, Emma, nasa mga questions. Si Remer de la Rosa Juarez actually is one of our team members from MEC. She would like to ask, ito, Tsina and Angeline, do you have any plans of joining other beauty pageants or rejoining Miss Philippines Earth? Maybe we can start off with Tsina.
As of now, I don't have any plans of joining other pageant because I wanted to focus on my work first, and I'm planning to get masters. So I think it's due time for me to get rest and joining pageant. But if opportunities are given, I think I must sleep on it to think about it.
Yeah, okay. Angeline, what about you?
Truly, I still have plans pa rin kasi I am still aiming to become someone who is on a bigger platform, someone who's going to be heard. Because sometimes, if you wanted to change something, you really have to be known by other people. If you want to voice something and if you want them to listen, you have to be on a bigger platform. And I think the pageant world is going to be my way for people to listen to my advocacy, especially gender mainstreaming.
Yeah, okay. So, the best of luck sa inyong mga future plans, ha, Angeline and Tsina. Now, balik lang ako sandali sa isang comment. May nag-comment dito about the virtual pageant. Allow me to read lang, Eman and Mark, no? Sabi ni James Pahati, ito yung suggestion niya. America's queens can gather in Florida, USA. Europe queens can gather all in Germany. Africa queens gather in South Africa. And then Asia Oceania stay in their countries if virtual pageant is to continue. So meron na siyang plano na pwedeng ilatag sa carousel. Ano sa tingin niyo ang what about that suggestion? Kasi di ba ang one of the concerns is yung time difference. Tama ba? How are they going to gather the delegates from different countries considering na different yung mga time zones nila?
Yeah, I can understand naman where they're coming from, no? Lalo na yung mga time zone. May nag-raise na rin yan eh. Pero yeah, sorry, I'll give an example. Do you remember?
Si Mark mas galit pa sa mga eh.
Hindi. Do you remember Phil Australia, si Eliza? Time difference din naman yung issue niya, di ba? So, pero look at what it took her. She won. So, ito lang ang masasabi ko dyan. If the girls really want to win, the time difference is not an issue. At saka magagawa naman ng paraan yan eh, lalo na kapag sa editing, nagagawa ng paraan yan. So, it's a matter of really preparing. But anong difference na isang German, European, na may ibang time difference, na lumipad sa Pilipinas, di ba may jet lag din naman siya? So, her body will adjust talaga. If you want something, if you're strongly feeling, or if you believe in your advocacy, no matter what the hurdles are, they will do something about it, But, pero valid din naman yung concern, and then yung concern nila about the time zone. Pero yung suggestion, it doesn't make sense because it's a logistical nightmare if you do that. Kasi mas feeling ko kapag yung girls, if they are in their home country, all of the resources are there. Lahat ng resources. They can get the best cameraman, hairstylist, makeup artist, even the lighting, lahat nasa kanila. So it's a matter of just putting it all together in making sure that it's presented well. So I think there are more advantages than disadvantages.
Yeah. Another question, Mark, yung isa kasi sa mga concern dito ng mga fans is, kasi di ba kapag virtual and then at home yung mga productions, minsan daw, some of the girls are at a disadvantage because yung iba mas may support, mas prepared, tapos yung iba, they're just basically doing things on their own. Question, ano sa tingin mo pwedeng gawin ni Carousel Productions to make sure that yung playing field is level for all of the candidates? Pwede bang magawa ng template? I don't know. Ano yung tingin mo dyan? Kasi nag-issue din sa mga fans yan eh.
I think equal footing ang tinatanong dyan. Let's hear that from the actual girls who experience it. Maybe you can hear it from Tsina and Angeline.
Sige, si Angeline. Angeline, ikaw, ano ang tingin mo doon? Like, is that even a valid concern, or ano ang masasabi mo doon sa mga concerns ng mga fans na gano'n, na parang hindi equal yung playing field?
Well, I understand po na totoo yun. There's going to be someone who's gonna stand out, who's gonna be mas dehado in the sense na may resources yung isa, mas may support yung isa wala. For example, wala akong masyadong support. I only have myself as my own team and my family. Tapos po, if you're gonna consider that as a disadvantage for other girls, so why not just look at me alone? I made it to the top 10 without my own cameramans. I don't have my own glam team. I don't have a beautiful backdrop. So I guess even if the girls are not that have enough resources, pero kung kita naman ng judges yung performance mo and they like you, then there's no problem with it.
Yeah. What about you,
Yeah,
Tsina? Ano ang viewpoint mo doon?
Good perspective from Angeline. Tsina.
Yeah, oo.
That the playing field is not always equal, but you have your resources to make it equal. I mean that it doesn't always depend on the production, but it depends on how you speak, how you act, and how you perform. And I think that the judges will be able to see that through you.
Gusto ko yung sagot ni Tsina. Napakaganda. Ang sabi niya, the playing field is not always equal, but the resources will make it equal. I like that. Meaning, you have to make the most out of it. That's correct. It's a very positive. No wonder you got in the semis. Congratulations.
Yes. Okay. Before we continue, siguro a couple of mentions lang dito sa comments natin. Si Edison Fernando Bernardo would like to ask, maybe for the both of you na lang, what are your plans after this pandemic? Siguro, ano yung naiisip nyo na that one thing that you would want to do if ever the pandemic eases already? Ano yung naiisip nyo na ito yung gusto kong gawin kapag okay na yung mga bagay-bagay? Tsina, anong naiisip mo? What would you like to do first?
The first thing that comes to my mind after this pandemic is really to go back to Cavino, Iloilo, which is where the Panay Bukidnon is residing, which is a beneficiary of my environmental advocacy. So before the lockdown, I got to visit them. I had my immersion with them. And after the lockdown, I wanted to visit them and I wanted to see how are they doing, and I wanted to tell them the stories of my experience in this pageant.
Yeah, okay. What about Angeline?
My answer for that is really simple. I am a really workaholic kind of person. I tend to forget getting social interactions with other people. And with that, I realized na yun yung isang bagay na dapat pala pinahalagahan ko, yung opportunity to be with your friends, with your relatives, with your families. And after this pandemic, I guess I'd be more outgoing. I'd hang out more with my friends because life is short. We have to enjoy it. You don't have to think about it critically. You just have to always think of life as a simple thing and just look at the people around you as wonderful people and love one another. Yun lang po.
Yes, actually yun din nga yung natutunan natin during this pandemic. We learned to appreciate even the smallest but important things in life, di ba? Nakita natin kung ano yung essential, ano yung importante, hindi importante. So you're going to watch out for your future plans after, if ever, ma-ease man itong pandemic. Thank you, Tsina and Angeline. Marky, what do we have next for this live session?
All right, so we are done looking at some of the comments. Kung meron pa kayong additional comments, questions, reactions, please feel free to write it below so we could read it and give you a shout out. But okay, before we even ask for the final word from our guests, meron kaming pa-surprise for our guests. Okay, so of course, I know that you exerted a lot of effort to be where you are para makapasok kayo sa semis, and there are people as well who were behind you to ensure that you become successful sa journey niyo. With that, meron kaming special messages coming from people close to you or loved ones. Okay, so I'd like to start first. Yung special message coming from Tsina's loved ones. Okay, so Tsina, if you don't mind just listening and hearing your loved ones. And for Tsina, we have messages coming from Rosine, your mom, and the staff. So, Eman, if you don't mind playing the special message.
Hi, Twinnie. Congratulations. You did a good job. I am so proud of you. Continue aiming higher and dream bigger. Virtual kisses and hugs for now. Can't wait to see you soon. Stay safe. Bye.
There. That's the message. Before I move on to the next message, Tsina, what can you say about that?
So surprised by paano pala, special message.
Of course.
Thank you, Rosine. I really appreciate her presence throughout the pageant, and she is one of the candidates that I really find a sister in her.
There. Kaya nga I wasn't surprised when kanina binanggit mo rin yung sa emoji challenge is Rosine. So there. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Next message, still for Tsina. Eman?
Congratulations, Tsina Jade Chu, Miss Philippines Earth Runner-Up 2020. We are very proud of you. We are always number one. Stay humble and beautiful. Good luck to your next journey.
There you go. So there, Tsina. So what can you say about the message coming from your mom and the staff?
I did not expect that because bumili ako noon. Tapos, nung pagbalik ko, they were very happy, they were very enthusiastic, they were laughing, and I was asking, ba't kayo tumatawa? And they said, wala lang, happy na kami.
So now you know kung bakit.
And that is why they are really attached to watching it tonight. So may paano pala sila, may pa-exposure.
Yeah. Meron silang a few seconds of fame. Thank you. So now I'd like to hear you, Tsina. Maybe you could say, this is now your chance to say thank you, or probably give a shout out to your supporters, your family, your loved ones, or if you'd like to invite everyone about your advocacy, this is now your chance.
Okay. First, I want to thank again Miss Earth Crown for inviting me here. It is such an honor. I was so happy because I was able to engage. I also wanted to thank my entire core team, Sir Alfie, Sir Chris, Sir Koy, and Sir Ace, Nong Ace, and Nong Paula, and Mom Sheila, and also my handler, Sir Joven, and my family. And also, I also wanted to give my gratefulness to the entire KF family, Tito Raj, Sir Migs, and Kuya Enan. So thank you so much for supporting us in our journey. It wasn't easy at all. Like any other candidates, it was a combination of tears, sweat, and brainstorming. But I would always say that it is worth pursuing for, and I'm very thankful to be here. Thank you. Thank you,
Maraming salamat. It's our honor. The honor is ours. Thank you for giving us time. And I hope na-touch ka sa mga message and effort ng family and friends. Okay? Congratulations once again. So of course, we're done with Tsina. Di pa tayo tapos. Let me turn you over to Nonoy for Angeline's.
Yes. First, Mark, I would like to thank lang muna si Rosine. Si Rosine actually yung I messaged her kahapon and she sent her message kanina umaga. Thank you, Rosine, for sending your message. And yung mom mo, saka yung people na supportive sa'yo talaga. Thank you kay D-Empire. Kay D-Empire kasi ako kumuha ng special message because I don't know how to go about this. I don't know anyone from your family. But thank you for the help sa D-Empire and making it happen for our special guest for tonight. Now, we're going to do the same thing for Angeline May Santos. Angeline, we have a special video message from some people that are close to your heart. Let's have the first one from your sister, Kyra Santos. Let's watch this.
Congratulations. I love you. Proud kami palagi sa'yo ni Papa. Love, love, love.
Thank you.
And be happy.
Ayan.
So cute.
Angeline, Angeline, ano ang masasabi mo? Because actually, the reason I asked a message from your sister, Kyra, I saw your posts on your Facebook account na talagang very supportive siya all throughout. What can you say? Yeah. What can you say kay Kyra? At hindi niya sinasabi sa'yo na may pa-special message siya. What can you say to your sister and to your entire family who supported you?
I would like to just say na sobrang mahal na mahal ko po yung sister ko. And being the eldest, I have been like yung tumayong nanay sa kanya kasi we grew up without a mom, and being an old sister to her was really pure love talaga para sa kanya. And now that she's older, she's reciprocating it to me na parang yung pagiging ate ko sa kanya before, parang siya na yung nagiging ate ko ngayon, and she's supporting me mentally, my journey in the pageant industry, in my job. So, naiyak talaga ako kasi sobrang mahal ko po yung kapatid.
And I'm sure that, again, what she mentioned, she's really proud. Pati si Papa mo. Congratulations, Angeline, for a job well done. Now, we have one more. We have one more special message from an eco angel. We have here a special message from Miss Philippines Water herself, Gianna Lianes. Let's watch her special message to you, Angeline.
Hi, babe. I just want to say that I am so proud of everything that you did during our Miss Philippines Earth journey. Isa ka talaga sa mga girls that I looked up to when it came to your fighting spirit. Dahil nakita ko rin na yung struggle mo in finding resources, living in a city na hindi masyadong maganda yung sitwasyon right now with this pandemic. So thank you, honestly, for being an inspiration to me when, I felt like hindi ko na kayang lumaban, because I really felt the fighting spirit in you throughout the entire time that we were competing virtually. I mean, you being my Miss World Philippines 2018 sister, I was, of course, rooting for you the entire way. Naalala ko nga, diba, the very first Hannah event of this pageant, we were seated together and we had so many plans and we were both so excited about being in this pageant. So I just want to tell you that I am so proud of you. I love you. Alam mo naman, I am always here for you, and I will be here for you to cheer for you for your next pageant. I know that's going to happen.
thank you also for just raising the flag and the banner of the importance of gender equality and being able to speak so passionately about it, because that's something I really admire about you. Thank you for rooting for me in the same way that I'm rooting for you. You are beautiful, you are talented, you defy all the odds with your career and with the things that you have to say. So I love you and I hope to see you soon.
Ayan, Angeline. Now, after the messages from your sister and kay Gianna, what is now your final message to everyone who supported you in your journey in Miss Philippines Earth 2020? The floor is yours right now, Angeline.
First, I would like to say muna, Gianna, I'm out of words. Thank you so much. I really, really, really admire you and I love you too so much. You're really a true queen kasi maybe you're admiring me, but I am also admiring you in your very own way because you're also very passionate about your cause and you really deserve to be our queen. And I'm really shocked kasi medyo emotional pa ako dun sa sister ko. Pero ito yung short message ko for the people who are continuously supporting me in any kinds of activities that I am currently in. First and foremost, gusto ko lang muna pasalamatan yung father ko. He is in Cavite right now. Papa, I know you're alone right now and you're with our cat. Kasama mo si Gray. I hope maging okay na yung paa mo. Take care of yourself. I will always go home sa weekend para alagaan ka. And I know you're the best father in the world. And sa sister ko, alam ko minsan pasaway ka, pero thank you for always supporting me. And of course, to Engineer Angels, kahit tapos na yung pageant journey ko, you are all still there to support me and you're still waiting for my next journey. And I know we're all gonna make it through this pandemic. And thank you po, Sir Noy, Sir Marky, Sir Eman, for having us tonight. Medyo, medyo naging emotional lang ako on the last part, but I am really thankful that you have given me and China another opportunity to be seen by other people, to hear our cause and share our stories. Yun po, maraming salamat po.
Thank you.
Yes, syempre. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Angeline and China. And thank you sa mga
You're
nagbigay ng
welcome.
special message. Eman.
Yes, yes. I would just like to say thank you. Sabi nga ni Angeline, nagpapasalamat si Angeline for the opportunity. But actually, we are the ones who are thankful and honored for the opportunity of you being here and gracing our page, you know. And speaking of opportunity, we would like to, as we do with our other Echo Angels, we would like to ask you to take the opportunity whenever you have something to promote, some advocacy project, even your small businesses, your businesses that you want to promote. Syempre, you can also you can also have our platform for you to promote those things, because as you are Echo Angels during the pageant, you are Echo Angels forever. And Miss Earth Crown is here for our Miss Earth Queens, our Miss Philippines Earth Echo Angels. Kaya this is also your home and this is also your platform. So maraming salamat. And with that, we would also like to thank our fans who always, even if whether there is a pageant ongoing or whether it's already post pageant, you are just always here. You're always around to support us, to watch, and to support your very own queens and your very own Echo Angels. So maraming salamat po for doing that. And with that, we have just ended another great session of our special edition of our Miss Philippines Earth post pageant recap. So we hope that you were able to enjoy, you were able to get to know our Eco Angels, and that you were able to ask questions and have your shout outs for tonight. So maraming salamat po. This is not going to be, of course, the last episode, the special episode we're going to have for you, kasi we still have a lot more going on, a lot more coming, and not only from Miss Philippines Earth, but also for Miss Earth and other countries who are joining the Miss Earth this year as well. So abangan nyo po yan. Kumbaga, if our Eco Angels are still moving forward and are still busy doing things Miss Earth Crown is also moving forward and doing other things for you. So please do stay tuned for that. But for now, we are going to say goodbye, and we wish you the best, and we wish that the rest of your night goes well. Isa pong safe at makakalikasang gabi sa inyong lahat. Once again, in behalf of our Eco Angels, China, Angeline, and of course, in behalf of our co-hosts, Mark and Noy, this has been Emmanuel Feliciano, and thank you. Goodbye, everyone. Salamat po.
Bye.
Bye.
So, thank you.